Yo, what to do? This is Cam Reeves coming at you from outer space. We are beginning the mission to retrieve Code Talker. I'm going to go ahead and tell you right from the beginning that this is not a truly successful attempt. I basically grind this shit out. And this is important though. It's an important part of the game. There's a lot of people that, they're professionals. They ace it almost every time. They get real frustrated when they don't ace. I'm not that guy. I go through the process of choosing my options after my failure until I succeed. And, you know, it's called perseverance. Alright, we're on our way. Again, Quiet's Titties making a cameo in every video. As long as she's still with me, I will pay her that attention. Miller's telling me about how more of my guys have died. So stoked about that. But hopefully after the end of this mission, the real problem with the parasites will be over and I can continue to play the game the way it should be intended to play. That is, all the side missions being available again. Combat deployments, and here we go. Let's go ahead and do the preliminaries. And just as soon as we start, we encounter the skulls. Again, yet another example of how Hideo Kojima, basically just a big old pervert. These are basically zombie bitches, and look at what they're wearing. Oh, Rob's back with the homie Emmett. What's up, Emmett? Emmett's like 3. He's gonna listen to me curse. See, look at that ass. That's what I'm saying. These are basically half-dead zombie bitches, and Hideo insisted on dressing them up like they were on Girls Gone Wild. Excellent. Alright, I think I'm gonna stop this. And I am back. This begins the long process. Oh, see, I almost killed myself right off the get-go. I assure you this is not where I die, though. Surprisingly, through all of the catastrophes that seem to hit me over and over again and trying to deal with these guys, eventually I do succeed without actually dying. It isn't until later that this mission becomes a real problem. I do still have Quiet helping me out. I have not started to use her yet. I'm still kind of bouncing around, freaking out, because I have 4 snipers trying to kill me. I'm not really thinking clearly. Probably because I was sober when I played this mission. I assure you I am not sober now. Stay on your guard. Just kind of fast forward a little bit through the battle, and I think, yep, I tranked her once, so she's got a little bit of that blue meter down. If you played Metal Gear Solid 4, you know that tranking the bosses, there's usually perks too. There is no perk to tranking these guys. After you trank them, they like wake right back up and then just disappear. You can't Fulton them, you can't do any kind of anything with them. But again, we will not complain about that too much. There we go, I see her there. When you ID them with the scope, it will only hold them as long as you have not shot them. Once you shoot them, they lose you again and you have to reallocate them. Alright, at this point, they have killed Quiet. When I was playing this, I wasn't exactly sure where or when it happened. It was somewhere between the 2nd and 3rd sniper that I took out. Every sniper you take out, Yep, see, so it was right after the second one I took out. There's only 2 pointing at me now. Every sniper you take out, they allow you to advance down the cavern a little bit further. Apparently, the second one that I got wasn't actually me that I got. It was Quiet, and she went down for it. Oh, and she just hit me with a goddamn grenade. And again, I'm almost surprised, and you can see by watching this, you're probably surprised that I did not die during this part of the game. Kind of funny. In fact, I think I failed this mission 3 times, and the 2 times I failed it was because of Code Talker being hit with a minigun. Only 1 time was it actually me that died. And this is just a lot of leg work, basically, or crawl work. So I'm not spending too much time in any particular area. I'm just kind of showing you the general bullshit you'll have to deal with. A lot of diving. I would recommend a lot of diving. Always go for the low ground because this area is rocky enough. Usually when you go to the low ground, there's something between you and your sniper. See, just like this is all I need. This is all I need for perfect cover. Is just this little bit of ledge here. She lost me. What a superior soldier these zombie ladies are. And I call them ladies because they're dressed like ladies. Ladies with nothing but underwear. And she's got a big old sword. You know, I think her sword's bigger than mine, I'm not gonna lie. This would be the last one. So again, she does not see me, and you will see me actually shoot this tree like 5 times. I thought I aimed around the limbs. It was like here, I hit the tree again. I don't know. And then she moves, so we're just gonna continue on. Perseverance. Obviously I'm getting a little frustrated. I'm just shooting at her with the SMG, blowing up my suppressor. And she's gonna, yep, I tried to no-scope her. Maybe I did hit her. She looks pissed off. I think I did hit her. So it's probably one more shot to take her down. She's got me allocated again. I do not like that. All you have to do is move around this tree real quick. Oh, and I hit her. Oh, still gotta hit her one more time. God damn it. There she goes. See, look, see what I'm saying? As soon as she got right back up and just disappeared. Really neat. Alright, so we're finally at the base where Code Talker is, and this is a very heavily armed base. As you can tell, I decided to say fuck stealth in its traditional sense. I'm basically going to go as a jab and move kind of procedure for this. They never really get a good eye on me, but they know I'm here the whole time. And I'm fine with that. Quiet's long gone though. She is nowhere to be seen. I tried calling her back in. She's not up for it. So this is all me. I throw a stun grenade. It does not do anything. That guy seemed to be right there, but apparently he's not. And this begins the work with the SMG. I'm just gonna, I think, yeah, I'm gonna just shoot him in the dick about 4 or 5 times. That would take anybody out. And it surely took him out. Very fun. What this guy? This guy is suffering from shock. I shot the other guy in the dick and he is suffering from shock. I'm gonna have to test that because that might be a real thing. Maybe when you shoot someone in the penis, the other ones around them go into grotesque horror and allow you to shoot them in the face. Knowing Hideo, that could be a real thing. Any other game that would be crazy to even conceive, but somehow I think that that's within the realm of possibilities. You can see that I have almost no urgency in my style here. And this is not where I have any problems either. I'm basically just doing what I want. Obviously, reflex mode now being a big help. Obviously, reflex doesn't do everything for you, but it makes it a lot easier. And, you know, a lot more fun too, a lot of the time. This is fun. Everyone loves Max Payne, even though Max Payne is not really a great game, but because they emphasize the slow motion, which is being utilized in a lot of games these days. Just continuing my Fulton work. The alarm is sounding. I will not up my urgency at all. I do not care. Just like when Miller tells me that I should like be concerned. Fuck Miller, fuck the alarm. They got nothing on me. At least not yet. It's just arrogance that gets me into trouble later, ladies and gentlemen. As you can tell, I'm getting a little frustrated. I'm just throwing dudes off the cliffs because I don't want to Fulton them. Very fun, by the way. They just and he goes. Him too. I think I actually allow this guy to live. I look for a lower ledge that I can throw him on. Yeah, I threw him on top of the machine gun. I'm sure he's not too happy after that. I extract the machine gun. I think he fell off. Yep, no, he fell off, and now he is dead. I did play this yesterday, so my memory of this mission is not entirely clear. And this is the guy I threw off second. Now look at how perfectly he landed on that railway. It is beautiful, a work of art, something that probably would be very hard to duplicate. And only through sheer piss and vinegar did that actually happen for me. These guys keep coming. Crack. And again, you'll notice I have had, you know, they've alerted to me because I've been taking them out, and obviously they saw their dead comrades. Not dead, but, you know, wishing they were dead. No real sightings of me have happened so far. There's all these dudes, I've just been taking them out one at a time. Really not a big problem.
Do whatever it takes to bring Code Talker back.
It was a good thing I interrogated him because he actually had some information. I think I got a little overzealous earlier. But I did get the information I needed, and now I move into the mansion. Now, I started out a little frustrated in here. Again, sobriety is not the answer, children. Drugs and alcohol always make you think clearer. And when I was playing this, I was completely sober. I just kind of wander around. I'm even having a hard time getting, yep, there we go, getting the tape out of that. So we'll just kind of wander around and hope for something to point me in the right direction. I would really like a neon arrow everywhere I go, like Fallout, because I'm stupid. And yeah, I'm just gonna kind of fast forward. I put on some music. I put on some gay 80s music because I thought that this might impede my urgency a little bit, make me kind of look a little bit slower at things. You know, obviously, because this shit muddles your brain. It is not helping. This is worse than heroin, this song. This is making me very stupid. I'm going back to where I started. But again, this is very important to watch because this is all part of the process that everyone that plays this game eventually goes through. There is no truly direct indicator anywhere for anything. You have like that little gold square is more than you usually have, and even that isn't helping me that much. I finally found my way into the basement where I'm supposed to be. The music continues. Oh wait, a cutscene. Now, here I will take a moment to emphasize a little bit of the drawn-out nature of this game. Obviously, the cutscenes are sweet a lot of the time. I think they said that the cutscenes combined in Metal Gear Solid 4, it would actually take longer to watch than, you know, a slightly expedited playthrough of the actual game. And here we go. I am going to talk to Code Talker and be rid of these herpes that are preventing me from enjoying myself fully.
Code Talker. Look familiar? It's infecting my men. How do we kill it?
Or death. What it could be in here.
It is so obvious at this point that the parasite is in the throat. They take a very long time here re-explaining that. It's like, if I don't know if you've ever seen It's Always in Sunny in Philadelphia when they do the Lethal Weapon remakes. And Mac is constantly trying to over-explain the story because he thinks people are getting confused.
Oh my god.
Now, there's obviously a lot of points in this game where you can be confused, but there's certain points where they're already making it painfully obvious what's going on, and then they just keep on digging and digging until it's truly rooted in your brain that yes, these parasites are attached to the vocal cords.
Put Code Talker in the chopper and return to base.
Thanks, Mac. I understand it now. Okay, so here I basically am going to try and balls out rush out of this base. I have really no idea what's going on, what's waiting for me outside. Now you'll remember I took out everybody coming in here. I didn't just do that because that's how I like to play. I do that because I didn't want anybody out here when I got out. Now there is a bunch of dudes. The gunship I can understand. I think I could have dealt with just a gunship. But all these dudes just show up. Like what? The alarm went off. There was like 3 good minutes that went by, and no one showed up. Now, as soon as I peacefully walk out with him, everyone seems to know I'm here. I am just booking it. I am running, hoping for the best. As you can see, this is actually some pretty bitter terrain. Not very forgiving, especially with someone on your shoulders. Go ahead and try and call on my pickup. I'm not going to make it, guys. I mean, like I said at the beginning, I almost fall off right there, but I don't because I do have some ninja skills. He got shot. And he died, and I failed. Obviously, this was not the smartest way to go. So now, we try again. This time, I'm going to call in a little bit of support to deal with the helicopter in the way of a rocket launcher. I foolishly drop it on top of the house here. I think I was going to make it look like I didn't make such a stupid mistake, but eventually, yeah, it becomes apparent, so that's what it is. I will have to recall it after I leave the building. These two were waiting for me outside.
They know you took out the skulls. No sense rushing things now. Wait and see what their next move is.
And apparently, yeah, you can fault me with a guy on your shoulders.
He's coming too. Roger that.
This chalks up to me to be a pretty good learning experience, and again, that's what I hope to impart because I go through several stages here attempting to beat the system. These guys creeped up on me. I didn't do anything, literally, they just creeped up on me. As soon as Code Talker was taken, they were on my ass. Maybe he's been microchipped. That also makes me wonder if I should take him back to Mother Base at all. But of course, they don't give you a choice. They make you think, and then they punish you for thinking. That's Hideo's deal. So now I have my flare. Oh, my rocket launcher. Yeah. I'm actually a pretty good shot with this, as you'll see. I'm really trying my best to eliminate this fucking thing. Make him swerve, make him stop, make him think. Best you can hope for with the first shot. Second shot, I hit him. I lead him a little bit. I think I missed by just a cunt hair. And I'm being blown up by the infantry. Suddenly this gunship is not my biggest problem. I think he's almost a little scared. He's probably even crashing after I hit him in the wing with that rocket launcher, but because somehow all these guys are just here. I mean, check it out, dude. You notice, like I said, I took out everybody coming in. And now it's like ants coming out of the ground. They're even coming out of the building again. My silencer did not maintain through my infiltration. I was making a lot of noise. And if any of those guys didn't come out earlier, then they're gonna be fired. I switched to my AR, hoping it would help me for some long range. But since it has a smaller clip, you really are better off with the Riot SMG. Going non-lethal has its downfalls. If I just had regular bullets, it wouldn't really matter what I had. I could headshot these dudes and be done with it, but
don't endanger the target like that. You have to bring him back here.
Miller's just bitching at me. Keep talking, Miller. It really helps when I'm being shot to just bitch in my ear. I am trying. As I said before, this will not be successful, and I think I die right here. Yep. And we're trying again. Now, this time, I'm saying to hell with it. I am getting my flare grenades to call in the support chopper and deal with these guys. In practicality, I think there's parts where this is kind of what they expect you to want to do, to wind up having to do. Because it just makes it so much more of an expedited process. Just like with Quiet, where I did give her a suppressor so when she fires on people, everyone looks at her. Well, I'm going to call on this helicopter, and he is going to be main stage. Me and my creepy crawling trying to get out of here is not going to raise a red flag when there's a gunship in the air. Yeah, I'm calling in my flare grenade, making you watch to make you suffer like I did. Again, all a good part of the process. You can't just one try all these missions. I have my grenade and I'm going to throw it right here next to this area from behind the house. And this almost works. Like, I kind of screwed myself.
Come on, man.
I put myself in a pigeonhole, as you'll see here in a minute, and I kind of make the wrong decision. It happens. Sometimes when shit's going on, you have to make a pretty quick decision. On one side of the decision is being done with the mission, hopefully, and success, woohoo. And the other side is having to start all over again. And just like lottery tickets, guys, as someone who's dealt with scratch ticket addiction, every time you make that impulse decision, you're pretty much going to lose. Very rarely are you rewarded, and the rewards are probably a worse influence than the impulse itself. I am going to my eventual doom. But you will notice that my gunship was a great idea. No one's paying attention to me right now. In fact, I think we get to see the helicopter blow up. Hear it blow up. Boom. So calling in the support was a great idea. Now, I don't know what made me want to do this. But when you see this, you will never make the same decision again. I'm toying with the idea of jumping down the waterfall. I'm getting closer to making the eventual decision. It will not let me. You'll notice this is the part where they obviously didn't want you to make the workaround. They're making you know that this is not where you're supposed to be. I ignore that to kind of take one look back, and then here we go. And I cracked his fucking skull on the rocks. He's dead. Here we go into my next try. Calling in flare grenades again. Now this is the one where I succeed. A humbling process. But, you know, after playing this, next time I go in, maybe I won't forget to deploy with my flare grenades to start with. Maybe I'll take a little bit longer to consider where I'm going as to whether or not I will want a missile launcher instead of my completely non-lethal approach. These are all things you have to consider in this game. And if you don't, then you'll be wasting more time by not doing that in the first place. This is much more expedited. I just throw the grenade. I know exactly, because this is what I basically did last time. Again, I get stuck on this little ledge because I'm stupid. Alright, and we'll keep going. And again, this is the same thing where they don't pay any attention to me on my way out. They see me, but I could have walked right past these guys. I just kind of take them out for fun. Rubber bullet to the face. But I could have walked right by them. That gun shit was definitely drawing their attention more than I would have. Great to understand the use of distractions. And I'm pretty sure that that enemy gunship goes down in about the same spot on my exfiltration here. Now, obviously, this time I will take the bridge. The reason I get in before earlier, I guess, is because I knew that there were going to be more guys this way that weren't as bogged down by my helicopter. As you see here, I just have to deal with them. Like I said, a little ninja skill goes a long way. And sometimes making up for it with just exuberance works as well. I decided it was not best to stand and fight. Now that I'm in the jungle, I can escape easily. No one sees me, no one's shooting at me. Getting that other flare ready just in case. As it turns out, my helicopter is actually still working for me. He hasn't left the hot zone yet. He's still keeping people busy.
Rocket salvo! Rocket salvo!
As you see right there, sending rockets down to Earth and making my life a lot more easy. Calling in the support helicopter does reduce your chance to get a good rank. You can still get an A. As you can tell, saving yourself a lot of trouble means more sometimes than a good grade. I think I got shot 15 times on this. Like three detections. Here I'm ready to